So, hello everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to the new day and new vlog. Today we have with us our beloved Muntasir. How are you, Muntasir?
I'm fine, all good.
Yeah, and today we just came out from the exercise session of machine learning, and we thought that some people might have this query as well, and they asked as well that how is the lecture system or lecture regulation in RPTU Kaiserslautern? So, if we start, Muntasir, like what is the lecture system?
And the first lecture system I would say is open for all.
Yeah.
So you can go to any lectures
Yeah.
anytime.
Yeah.
Even though not suggested, you can get out of any lecture anytime.
Yeah.
So that's one good thing.
Yeah.
And it actually varies from course to course.
Correct.
Some classes are mandatory.
Yeah.
Some classes are not. Some
Yeah.
classes are mandatory.
Yeah.
And for example, some classes are online, which is very rare, I would say.
Yeah.
Because after Corona, now mostly classes are getting offline
Yeah.
or mostly.
Yeah. So just to give you an overview that since we study in RPTU Kaiserslautern, which is in Kaiserslautern and in Germany, so you can get an idea that how is the lecture system looks like in one of the universities in Germany, because we made, I think, the videos about different subjects. Like we are attending the courses, we are giving the exams, or how is the subject overview. But I think it's also important to know that what is the lecture overview, because someone might have this query that do you have to go, like if you are enrolled in a university, do you have to go every day from 9 to 5, or maybe what's your timetable looks like. So I think to give this idea that we will go or maybe discuss point by point or semester by semester for us how was the experience regarding this lecture regulation. So if we talk about our very first semester when we came here.
So I would say we are discussing semester by semester because it actually depends on the subjects you
Yeah.
are taking.
Yeah.
Is like if you are on a semester you are taking 10 or 12 subjects, you have some regulations.
Yeah.
And if you are like two subjects, then you have some different rules and
Yeah.
routines.
Yeah.
So for our first semester, we had we took a lot of courses, so that like we have to 6 or more, I guess.
Correct.
And then we had many classes as obvious, and for some days we came at the university at morning.
Yeah.
And return at night, or like
Evening.
for even language classes is it almost finishes around 7:30. So when we have language classes from morning till evening, or like late at almost at 8,
Yeah.
we are going back home.
Yeah. So the thing is, suppose if I take an example of QMQA. So I think the lecture we had was in morning. So Monday we had only one lecture. But I think the thing was when we enroll maybe in the language course, on that day we had class in evening because it's a 2 hour class. So
Correct.
like he said, maybe 2 hours in the evening we have to attend. And some days, I think in the first semester, we had classes from morning till afternoon or till 5 o'clock.
Correct.
And then from 5:15, the language course.
Language
So this can depend based on your subject regulation as well. Although one point I want to mention that I think we went to the exercise classes as well. But that is, I think, not mandatory for some
yeah.
subjects.
Yeah, for Tuesday I remember we have like data visualization.
Yeah.
For first one that is was online as well as offline.
1 hour
We can-
offline
1
and-
hour,
yeah.
we can do from join from Zoom, or
Yeah.
we can come to the classes.
Yeah.
And after 2 hours of that, there was exercise class which was offline.
Yeah.
So what we were doing is we were directly coming to the university in
Yeah,
the morning,
yeah.
join the lecture class, then have lunch, and then do the
Yeah,
exercise class.
yeah. Because if we are attending in online in our home, and then we have to come to the university as well to attend the offline exercise class. So it depends on the regulation of each particular subject. Because if submitting exercises is mandatory and coming to the exercise class is mandatory, then I think you have to be present here,
Present,
or it is recommended to attend the exercise
the
class. So sometimes I think for some I remember for some of the subjects we sometimes watch the videos in
That's
OLAT.
true. That's true.
And
I would say that if it is the lecture or exercise is mandatory,
Yeah.
they will mention it that the lectures are attending as mandatory. I don't think any lecture attending is mandatory.
Yeah.
But for some exercises, the solving the exercise is mandatory, and they mention that.
Yeah.
If not mentioned, everything is optional.
Yeah.
But recommended.
Yeah, and I think it's always good to select or to see the subject regulations by your own, because it can vary based on the subject. So it's not always like that you have 9 to 5 classes. It can happen if you choose subject like that, because you can once you select the subjects, then you can maybe look at the timetable as well. So this was our maybe the experience regarding the first semester. Now coming to the second semester, and talking about second semester, we are in this lecture room. I think AD. We attended in
We didn't
and
this class.
yeah, and let me show you this lecture room. So we attended our AD class C here in this lecture room. And now if we talk about our second semester.
So for second semester, we had also many classes,
Yeah.
but I would say the classes were distributed.
Yeah.
For example, we had VRS exercise class on Friday in the morning,
Yeah.
but that was also optional.
Yeah.
I believe you didn't attend most of the classes, but I did attend regularly.
Yeah.
So sometimes he attended some classes and I
Yeah,
was not
distributed.
attending, and then distributed.
Yeah.
And I would say throughout the semester we had distributed classes, not too much pressure.
Yeah, so it was like maybe you can see, you can also watch the video where we discussed about the subjects that we took in that semester. So, giving you an example, we had FSC lecture, maybe one of the day. Then we had some other subject lecture, like SPPM lecture was online.
Online, yeah.
Right?
SPPM, social web mining was no online lecture. It was just
Go through
recorded
it,
videos.
yeah.
You can watch anytime. We were just planning our weeks and in between the week we were watching the videos in our own time.
And someday we had collaborative intelligence class. So it was like, it was mixed. So it was distributed well. So it's like maybe most of the days, I would say, of the week, we would have to attend the lectures, but not from 9 to 5, maybe 2 hours each day
or something like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
So I think this was a change then from the first semester, because when we took the subjects in first semester, it was like one class in a day or the entire day is almost packed. Now, if we come to our we'll rotate and we'll come to our third semester.
Let's assume we reach third semester.
Yeah.
So for third semester, I would say we got a bit of pressure, but not lecture or exercises.
Yeah, the assignments one.
Yeah, for us, psychology subjects were there. We are there. The lectures attending was mandatory.
Yeah.
But there were very few class happened.
The initial weeks it happened, and yeah.
And that true. But for project and seminar, we had to be there every week. There was milestone every 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So we had to attend regularly, like sitting together and solving your problems.
Yeah.
So those were like quite, and for psychology as well, every week there was
assignment
one
submission.
assignment.
Yeah.
And we are preparing for the VRS as well in the winter.
Yeah.
So that's why I would say our winter semester was pretty packed.
Yeah, packed regarding our preparation or submitting the assignments. But coming to the university, we did not have to, I think, come much.
Yeah,
because
maybe
only
once
for
a week.
Yeah, like for psychology, even that was getting cancelled later on.
Maybe 1 week for project and seminar.
Yeah, and for other subjects, like we told, like for VRS, we had online videos because we submitted the exercise in summer semester, and in winter semester we only have the exam. So it was like we have to prepare by our own. And for seminar and project, it's like a weekly meeting sometimes. So only that day we had to come, to discuss to our supervisor, and sometimes the discussion was also online.
Yeah.
So coming to the university, it was like, I think not at all that much. And now if we come to our current semester, yeah.
So for current semester, again we have our AD here.
Yeah.
But we did the classes on last semester, so we are not doing classes this semester. I believe we have only one class, that is machine learning.
Yeah.
For machine learning, the classes there are lectures offline, as well as there is recorded videos.
Yeah.
He does lectures offline. He comes to classes every Friday.
Yeah, today I did not.
Okay. And I actually watch the videos online.
Yeah.
And the exercises are not recorded. We have to come to the class to attend the exercise.
Yeah. And exercises are not mandatory. Although we'll come to the details once we'll maybe once we'll finish machine learning, then we can talk maybe. But the thing is, it's recommended. So it's not mandatory. I think for any of the subjects that we attended, coming to the session is not mandatory, but it's upon you, because if you come to the exercise sessions, you can't find the video maybe online or the reference material, so you have to make notes by your.
As far as I remember, I think only psychology professor said that there are markings on the lecture attending.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't remember. Usually, professor doesn't force this.
Yeah.
But you can come, you can skip.
Yeah.
But only the exercises sometimes are mandatory, that you have to solve the exercises.
Yeah, correct. So we had to come sometimes, and it really depends on the subjects that we take. This time, though, we only have machine learning and maybe AD. We have some idea. So in this lecture room only we used to come and the lecture happens. And if I show you, then what are the things in this lecture room? There are some quite machinery here, and
this is the board.
Yeah.
And we have a projector here as well.
Yeah.
And then those are like the data or the servers where they actually connected.
Yeah.
And I would say show this projector.
Yeah.
So this is the projector here that actually shows the slides.
Yeah.
And the boards is going up and down.
Yeah.
And you can see the rest.
Yeah. I think this is also an interesting thing. I'll show you maybe from here. So here we have two boards, I think, and they can move upwards and downwards. And
So I'm not sure if
I can show you. Yeah.
You're showing it?
Yeah.
So this is one board. Sometimes what happens is professor writes on this board.
Yeah.
And when this is filled up, he just moves it upward.
Yeah.
And then he writes on this board.
Yeah.
And let's say he is not writing anything, then he will just drop down two boards.
Yeah.
And we have a plain whiteboard.
Yeah.
Where the projection will appear.
Yeah.
So you can see the slides here.
Correct. And
Depending on same, it's a mathematics course or what kind of
yeah,
slides are there.
yeah, you're looking like a professor, and we have different chalks, and I
Maybe
think,
someday.
yeah,
We can see that we have different colors of chalk. So I can write something, but I don't have anything in my head. So
Yeah.
let's skip that.
yeah, and I think, yeah, and we can see the slides in the projector, and sometimes if they want to discuss anything, then they tell that. And if you remember, Muntasir, in similar kind of room, we used to attend our QMQA exercise session,
Correct.
where we used to ask the doubts.
Yeah, they were just showing slides and sometimes mathematics here.
Yeah.
So that was it.
So I hope through our this demonstration, Muntasir moved the board as well and showed you how the lecture room looks like. I think you got an idea, and how is the lecture system in RPTU Kaiserslautern. Even if now someone has this thing in mind that, oh, every day we have to go from 9 to 5, it's like, because sometimes people might have this curriculum because in our university or maybe in school, but here it depends on the subject and its regulations, and that's how the lecture system regulations are defined in our university. Maybe it can vary, from university to university, but I think it's good to have an idea or an overview. Any more point, Muntasir, you want to add?
No, I think we almost covered everything.
Yeah, and I think we are good to go, and that's it for this vlog. Thank you, Muntasir, for sharing the insights and also showing the lecture room as well. Rest, like, comment, share, subscribe. It doesn't take much time. Bye bye. Ciao, ciao. Namaste.
Assalamu alaikum.
Chalo. See you in new day, new vlog.